first 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
All right, welcome in volleyball fans to the Hortley Center here on a late Saturday afternoon. We're sending it down to Jeff Winter for the Senior Day ceremony here before Lynn takes on number 1 ranked Tampa. Take it away, Jeff Winter. It's a long day at the office for Jeff Winter here. He's got to do the senior ceremony, long introductions, all while being under the weather. What a battler. Battler Jeff Winter, the public address announcer here at the Dornley Center. Senior day, a lot of excitement in the air, families in attendance. And we honored Brooke Jackson, Nadia Rossi, Joelle Alexander, and Alini Olegario. Great to see Alini back, having an impact, returning from her injury. Lynn looks like they will be out without Ula Goryev again, unfortunately, and still recovering. But Hope Passarello playing well. Good to see Hope get back to form after knee surgery last season. And Lynn played very well last night. Fighting Knights now 19-8 overall, 19th in the country, 9-8 in conference, 9-3 here at home. The Tampa Spartans, they're pretty good too. 24-0, number one in the country. They are 16-0 in this conference, and in a conference where head coach Brian Imperial says, anybody in this conference can beat us. And he says, I'm not just saying that. He really believes that, and I think all the coaches would agree that any given night, any of his teams can beat anybody. And that makes the 16-0 record even that much more impressive. And they've been automatic, shall we say, hitting .297, holding their opponents to a .162 hitting percentage. They take the first point. Passarello sets up Rossi off of the black. What an up that was by Rivera. Up the middle, Neal. Rivera tried to stab save again, and Lynn on the scoreboard with their first point with Lillian Neal. Coach Maluski says this Spartan team simply will not beat themselves. They are just a low-error machine. They pass well. Great effort by Medanchik. As Lynn nearly able to keep that ball in play. Good off-speed stuff put down by Perez. Natalie Perez, 6-foot senior out of Honduras, who hits .324. Comes in with 202 kills. Nice passing here, and Neal deposits it home. Gorgeous pass by Passarello. The word pass is not in her name by mistake. Passarello sets it up. Lillian Neal with her second kill. Medanchik tied at 2. Quality attack, really smooth approach by Connor Ron. Another 300 hitter, sophomore, 292 kills coming in. Ron always seems to have a good game in here in the DeHornley Center, although he probably produces that type of output in any gym. More good passes, and Alini slams it home. Great to see Olegario back, the Brazilian bomber, and her nice smile. There's Radulovic to serve, the sophomore from Austria. 13 aces on the season. Locked up at 3 in the first. Nearly had another ace. Passarello somehow able to get that back was Tampa. Medanchik bump pass. Jackson attacking. That off the tape, kept alive by Tampa that tried to swat home. Alini tried her own SWAT tactic. And then putting an end to the mess is Matt Carter. Another player who seems to have big games here 5'11 junior hitting .272, 127 kills. Overpass and a tip dunk. Little alley-oop for Jenna Davis, who comes in at a lofty .343 hitting percentage. Senior local product out of St. Pete. 5-3, Spartans. Attacking big swing, was that touched? It was not. So side out, Lynn. Brooke Jackson, one of the honorees here in Senior Day. What a season she's had. 32 aces coming in. Make it 33 for Smashing Jackson, whose father Reed is here, former star hooper at Evansville. Mom Kim, brother Blake, to help celebrate Senior Day. Tied at 5. Off speed picked up by Hayden. Rossi, big swing. That was touched. Great dig by Hayden Spano, freshman from Tampa, going up against her local school. And the Spartans played at Robinson. 2024 all-tournament team junior nationals there. Her dad Bryce and mom Jamie here. Diving attempt, but well directed right down the line by Schrenger. Tess, such a solid performer, 232 kills, averages 3.1 digs per set. Senior does it all out of Louisville. Tied at 6. All the way cross court, Rossi. Off the court to gather that. And they play on Alini on the slide. Well read and defended by Glaudel. Free ball Tampa. Up the middle, coming up a little shy there. Don't think that was blocked. Timing not quite perfect, which is a rarity for this Tampa team, as again, they just do things so well. They're passing. Coach Maluski calling them a low air machine. 7-6 Knights. That one just missed, almost landed in. Looked like it was going to fly way out and then dropped the last second, but good read by the Tampa back row. Kayla Dontero, sophomore out of Highland Ranch, Colorado. Dozen aces, 5.68 assists per set. It got in pretty tight. Good adjustment and athleticism by Neal. Spano dug it, but overpassed it, and that one sent down for a kill. 8-7, Tampa. Rossi, tough angle. Spano laying out to keep that alive. Superb play. And that one misses. Nice swing. Pretty swing by Schwanger. Just cut it a little on the pole. Passarello to serve. Hope 7.93 assists per set. She's got a few aces. SSE setter of the year last year before going out injured. Schwanger's attack off of the block for the point. And that was before Ula Goryep took over and helped guide the Knights to a national championship. (9-8) Sparty. Passarello. Diving attempt, but tooling the block Radulovic. Alexia with kill number 99 on the season. Zara Rendick, freshman from Bosnia and Herzegovina, will serve. Lynn will get a free ball here. Clara passes up front, Passarello. Radulovic finds a spot in the back row. So Radulovic, a nice start. Passarello distributing effectively. Lynn by one. Radulovic again. How about Alexia? Great start for the young lefty. So Rendic, that might have flew long. She's got a dart for a serve. And Danecheck. Jackson. Picked up by Rivera. They play the off speed and effective again. How about that ability from Perez? I mean, Natalie can bring the heat. And able to pull off the change up a couple times already early on. Tampa looking to tie. Overpass and a smash up the middle from Jenna Davis, who hits .343. Rachel Gregg. So many talented middles on this roster. Neal trying to throw the hammer, and that cut through the block. And the Spartan fans made the trip for the weekend matches, I'm sure. They typically travel well. And why wouldn't you want to follow this team and program? 24-0. Radulovic in rhythm. Striking the ball purely. Her fourth kill. She's hit .600. Medanchik serving. Sure, Mom Elena watching. We're tied at 12. Now Perez comes with the heat, and Alini says, "Not in my house," as the Brazilian flag flies here at the DeHornley Center. Alini's got family in town for senior day, including her mom, Melina. Up the middle, Perez rising up the ladder. Tampa hitting .296 at the outset. Lynn .318. High level beginning for both teams. We're tied at 13. This looks like a postseason match, doesn't it? Radulovic goes with the right hand and finds a gap in that defense. Radulovic continues her torrid pace, hitting over .600, and now the left-hander will go to serve with Lynn up one. It was a Tampa sweep in the first meeting at third place over Lynn. In rhythm. Nice strike by Connor Ron. Laney Purdue will come in to serve for head coach Brian Imperial. Tied at 14. Oh, we got an overpass. Watch out. But it was hit enough where it wasn't completely in the strike zone of Davis. Tough serve to handle as well. Jackson serving, Lynn up one. Up the middle and get that one back. Sent down by Jenna Davis. Her 4th kill. Anna Rivera Jr. out of Puerto Rico. Has 25 aces, 3.77 digs per set. Passarello puts it up softly. Rossi puts it down directly. Knights back up by 1. And here's Joelle Alexander on senior day. Joelle, her dad Mark here, mom Barbara, sister Hannah. Rising and scoring. Mac Carter, junior from Vieira. Talented player. Dondero back to the service line for Tampa. Nice pass by Spano. On the slide, Neal with authority. Sorello, transfer out of University of Rhode Island. Honorable mention All-American last year. Up the middle, rising. Look at this dig by Medanchik. Tampa will get a free ball. And that's out. Make him hit another one. The intense scramble by the Lynn defense forces Tampa to try to convert another kill attempt. Crowd loves it. Timeout, Tampa Fighting Knights by 2. We'll take a brief break. So out of a Tampa timeout, Passarello. Trying to stab that through the block, bump pass. Radulovic again, 6th kill for Alexia. What a start for the Fighting Knights. And Radulovic. Knights now hitting .407, Alexia over 700. Perez, Medanchik is there. Rossi attacking and scoring. Bravo from the Italian. Nadia escorted out by Ula Goryep and friends Christian and Luca for senior day. Another timeout. Coach Imperial. First one did not result in what he imagined. We'll see if the second one does. Starting with the side out. Passarello continuing to serve with quality. Sometimes that is difficult out of a timeout. Tampa hitting 278 to Lynn's 429. Spano with 4 digs. 11 assists and a dig for Passarello. 6 digs for Medanchik and an assist. 5 assists for Dondero and a dig. 4 assists for Glaudel. Passarello continues to deliver and an ace. Now that can't make Coach Imperial happy out of a timeout. Such a solid defense, this Tampa team, and a rare mistake. 5-point advantage. And another errant pass. And now, if you're a Lynn fan, you wonder, hey, maybe that long 5-set physical match down in Miami last night did have an effect on a team that doesn't seem to be affected by anything. Whoop. A good effort there, but Spartans finally get their side out, but not before the Knights opened up a 6-point lead, so it's a 5-point deficit now for Tampa with the side out, with Schranger serving. Rossi. Rivera run it down. It's coming back. Radulovic cross court. Overpass. And never cleared. Coach Maluski applauding his team's effort. Lynn looks sharp. They looked sharp last night in the sweep of Florida Southern here. As they begin to get healthy again. Well, Lagario's back. Passarello starting to reach her form. And that served deep. So the Knights 2 aces, 2 errors. Tampa goose eggs in both columns. Fabia getting low. Radulovic cross court killer. Her 7th termination of the set. Well, if Radulovic is delivering like this team becomes extremely dangerous. Coach Maluski still trying to read this team, with suffering through injuries all season long, with a bunch of new faces and new chemistry. But he still is hopeful that this team will click for a stretch run. Jackson goes with the left hand for the set clincher. 25-18. Fighting Knights. What an opening set. Statement made by the defending national champions. Fighting Knights take set one, 25-18. Coach Imperial had a chance to chat with him prior to the game, stressing serve and pass, winning that battle, staying in system, staying low air, stressing block and defense, which is the strength of this team. And talking about this team, he says, it's tough to measure team by team who is better, and each team is different. But he says, one thing I can tell you is this is one of the most connected teams that he's ever been around off the court. Really high character team and part of the culture piece for the Tampa Spartans. He calls this a special group. And no real stars on this team, but he said they can do it collectively. They can hurt you from anywhere, anybody on the court. Very good balance. And talking about Lynn, he says, look, we've got a few players who were here last year, and this is where our season ended, on this court. So maybe some additional motivation here tonight to take down the Knights, although they've already beaten Lynn this year 3-0 at Tampa. In that game, Ron had 11 kills, Carter 4 blocks, I should say, Rivera 8 digs. Jackson had 8 kills, 7 digs. Neal had 8 kills. Fabi had 9 digs. Rossi 10 kills. Ula with 34 assists and 11 digs, and will not be a part of this match. Neal just swats it home. Lilia has been outstanding. That's kill number 4. She's hitting over 600. Rendick back to the service line for Coach Maluski. Perez elevating and scores the first point of the second set for Tampa. Schrenger gets an ace. So can the Fighting Knights sustain this type of level? That has been an issue with this team as errors have crept in throughout the season. Tampa will not give you anything. You're going to have to earn it. You have to play at an elite level. Excellent passing here. And Radalovic continues her dominance with kill number 8 already. Excellent passing. Medanchik serving, tied at 2. Rivera, and that one was touched. Lynn, they're going to debate that. I think Lynn's going to challenge that. And Coach Nichols says, yeah, we got to challenge that. I think Coach Maluski just checking with his team, and Bellini with a smile on her face says, no, we didn't touch that. So this will be a challenge, which Lynn seems pretty confident about. So it'll be 3-2. The question is who will have the 3. Lynn hitting .471 for the match. Tampa 317. Jenna Davis is perfect with 5 kills. Natalie Perez hitting .375 with 4. Schranger has 4 kills, 4 digs. 3 digs, 2 kills for Ron. 2 kills for Carter. Dondero, 7 assists, 2 digs. 4 assists for Glaudel. 7 digs and an assist for Medanchik. 15 assists, an ace and a dig for Passarello. 4 digs for Spano. leading the way for Lynn. Good crowd on hand for senior day. We had basketball in the DeHornley Center all day, women's basketball. And we switched to volleyball. Senior day here at lovely Lynn University. Beautiful Boca. It's a tough day to be inside. That's for sure. It's just gorgeous. But it's dark now, and great way to begin your Saturday night here inside the DeHornley Center. The balloons are up for senior day. They had some beautiful posters and kind of photo albums set out for the seniors. So call is reversed. It is a Fighting Night point. They lead it 3-2 with Medancic serving. The Brazilian flag can fly for both Olegario and Medancic. Clara, missile. In rhythm. Great block by Alini. That's soft stuff. Medancic, a glorious save. Up the middle hitting. Really well done there by Davis because it was not in rhythm. And yet able to put a quality swing on. Jenna continues her excellent start. And that's in. So a gamble by Jackson. And Rivera stuck it right in the corner. 3 digs, 2 assists, and an ace now for Anna. Ooh, the floater. Good read by Olegario. And Alini gets it back to slam it home. Olegario. And Mom loves it. Molina. Tied at 4. Radilovic. Overhit. Tip dunk. Olegario. Set up by the Radilovic missile. Knights by 1. A Tampa victory would secure first place. They would win the regular season crown. They're going to do it anyway, win or lose tonight, but a win tonight would ice it. Alini, quick hit. The block. Olegario. Welcome back to the Brazilian Bomber. Alini, 3 kills, 2 blocks. Perez, what an approach. She is one of those players that you come to see. Natalie hitting over, now hit 400 with her 5th kill. Nice pass by Fabia. Quality block there. Matt Carter getting over there to deny a strong swing from Jackson. Tied at 6. Served by Glaudel. They go back to Jackson. Look at that diving play by Perez. Cross court, Jackson. Smashing Jackson. What a rally. Two of the best teams around. Tampa's always there, and Lynn is at the moment. See if they can sustain it. Carter, Medanchik diving attempt. Ooh, that wouldn't have counted if it landed. They call a violation there. Tied a touchdown apiece with Conaron serving. Rossi rejected. Matt Carter with some help from Rachel Gregg. Rossi, big delivery, powering through the block. Excellent passing. Would look like Lynn might be out of system. Excellent adjustment. Alexander in to serve. We're tied at 8. In tight. What a delivery. I think that was Jenna Glaudel bringing that back. Remarkable play. Freshman out of West Chicago, Illinois. Averaging 4.67 assists per set. Rossi in rhythm, powers it through. Well, Passarello is looking to be in form, isn't she? I mean, her passing is always exquisite, but getting that mobility back off of the knee surgery recovery, moving well. We're tied at 9. The roll, diving save, and tipped over by Neal. And that one trying to set up for a back row attack, did not connect. Lynn went on a run with Passarello serving in the first set. That one floats long. In for Tampa, Perez and Dondero. We're tied at 10. Ooh, that is a bullet from Dondero. Eight assists and an ace. Tampa reclaims the lead. I believe in the net or over the center line. Coach Maluski checking on his team. Giving some words of encouragement. And an ace, and let's see if we get a timeout here. There it is, Dondero taking command with that serve as Tampa with their largest lead of the match, 13-10 in the second. And there it is, out of the timeout, well executed defensively. The passing precise, and Radulovic continues her superb work. Zarendik. Nice serve, good pass. Pump pass to Jackson's attack, and that is returned to sender. And an ace, and all of a sudden, the Lynn reception faltering. Schrenger came in with 17 aces. Better passing here. Radulovic, yes, inside that back line. Knights with Medanchik trailing by 3 after winning the first set 25-18. Up the middle, rejected by Olicario. Clip the tape. Nice reception. And then finishing, starting the play with a nice up Conaron. And then sent it down for the finish. Quite a sequence. Good read that time by Jackson. Service error. Just their first 5 aces and only 1 error. Lynn 2 aces and 3 errors. So that puts Tampa up 5 plus 5 in the serve column. And more excellent passing sets up Ron's finish. Glaudel back in, as is Carter. Overpass battle at the net, won by Passarello. How about that? A 6-foot setter. So that shows that, that knee and her health. Feeling strong. That's in. It clips the outside of the baseline, and we got a challenge. It was very close. Coach Imperial seems pretty certain. No hesitation. I thought it might have been out from my vantage point. I'm close to that line as well, so we will see what the replay tells us. So Lynn will either be within 1 or it'll be a Tampa 3-point lead with the side out. So needless to say, a big call here. Lynn hitting .420 for the match. .389 for the set. Next to Tampa's .200 to the set. However, Tampa with 5 aces in the set, and that's been the difference. And when you hear coaches stressing serve and pass, this is what they mean. Indeed, it was deep. So it's 18-15. Oh, really smart play by Hope. Passarello becomes Killarello with 2 points. Alexander serving. All the way across court, rising and scoring is Schreiner. So they're going to insert Laney Purdue to serve, sophomore from Orlando. 11 aces this season for Purdue. On the attack, Rossi in rhythm. Beautiful set by Passarello. Knights to within 2. Passarello serving. Does have an ace. 20 assists. 21 assists now. Big swing by Carter denied. The dump over right in the middle of the campfire. Dondero, who sparked this Spartan run here in the second set with her serve, she continues to bring the heat. It's still in play. We're pinballed around. Good reflexes. Radolovic unable to save that one. Alexia hitting over 600. 11 kills. Zarundic with Lynn down 2. Looking for a run right here. Oh, Medanchik, what reflexes. But Lynn cannot send it over in 3. Timeout coach Maluski will use the second right now with his team trailing by 3. Spartans by 3. Schreiner serving out of the timeout. And that gets antenna. Well designed, well set up. Nice passing. Started with Fabia Gonzalez-Stanton. It is a 4-point Tampa advantage. Back to Radulovic, cross-court winner. Does Lynn have a late second set comeback in him here? Lini back on court. Big block by Lini. Radulovic again and cuts it sharper this time. Well done, because Dondero moved into the spot where Radulovic has been delivering more of those cross cutters, and she changed the angle to a sharper inside angle. Big time play by Radulovic, who's hitting over 500 with a dozen kills. And Coach Imperial is going to get a timeout right now, and sensing a potential momentum shift here. Lynn with a couple points, closed within 2. We'll be back. Clara Medanchik at the service line. Out of the timeout. Overpass, and Olegario dunks it. And here comes the crowd. Lynn to within 1 here in the second set. Overpass again, and this time Radulovic. Oh, somehow they keep it alive. Great reaction. Big play defensively. But Alini able to cut it home. We're tied at 22, and do we get a second timeout by Tampa? Let's see. He's telling his team to relax, stay composed. Does not want it. We're tied at 22. Medanchik. Ace! Clara with a little dance. 5. Scoring run. And now Coach Imperial will take that timeout. 5 unanswered for the Knights. Timeout, Tampa. timeout. Medanchik hoping to keep Lynn's run going at 5. And the solid serve. Here comes Sparty. Rejected! Jackson! Set points. 6 in a row for Lynn. Here comes the crowd. Spartans attacking. Off the block and down on the floor from Connor to Duran. Tampa now hoping to tie with Anna Rivera. Crowd stomping their feet. Passarello. Olegario for the set. 25-23 after Lynn trailed 22-18. Fighting Knights finding their form this weekend here in Boca. 2 sets to love at halftime. So gut check time for this Tampa Spartans team, who is unbeaten this year. Number one in the country, 16-0 in conference. They're 9-0 on the road, 24-0 on the season. Really remarkable season that they have had, considering, I mean, this is such a deep conference. They've beaten Barry twice in 5 sets, including last night in Miami. So you wonder, how much does this Tampa team have left in their tank to come from behind 2-0 here in Boca after playing that 5-set physical battle against a very talented and big Barry team. One thing you know is that Lynn's going to have to earn it. Nadia Rossi rolls it back. Big swing, Medanchik with the up. Radilovic off the block, and that is good enough for the point. Alexia, number 14. What a night for the Austrian. Up the middle, didn't get all of that. Enabled Medanchik. Neal has to play it over the left hand. Free ball here, Tampa. What a save that was by Jackson. Rossi, was it touched? Lynn reacting like it was. I think Nadia wants a challenge. We will not. Okay. Overpass. Two-hand stuff from Davis. Two-one Spartans. Up the middle, Neal rejected. Jenna Davis. 5 kills, 4 digs. Check that, 6 kills and a block. Rossi. Rossi again. What a pass by Radilovic. Bump pass across court with her back to the net. Sets up Rossi's kill. Nadia with number 6 on the day. She's hitting .385. Rendic done a nice job from the service line. Big swing and locating that sideline. Tampa crowd loves it. Battle at the net and violation into the net. The Tampa fans don't like the call. There's Clara on that run to close out Tampa in the second, or at least get there. Had a 4-point run. Well directed by Carter. Dantero. Good looking sophomore here for the Spartans. Radilovic denied. What a pass by Passarello. Just brought it back and teed it up for Orlini. .27 assists for Passarello. 3 digs, a block, and an ace And add in 3 kills. Carter. Smashing Jackson. 3rd kill, 4 digs, 2 blocks, and an ace for Brooke. Bellini has 7 kills, hitting .778 with 3 blocks. You think Lynn's happy to have her back and healthy? So the Knights' 5th service error. They've got 3 aces. Tampa is a +6 from the service line. And they give one away. This is their 2nd service error. Tied at 6. Diving save by Rivera. Well, Legario looking for the corner. She finds it. Number 8 for Olegario. Tied at 7. And then they give it back. So a little bit contagious here in the 3rd. Knights by 1. Joelle Alexander coming up to the service line. I'm sure her dad, Mark, enjoying this moment, enjoying senior day. Mom Barb, sister Hannah also here. Ooh, coming up shy. Natalie Perez even looks good on a miss. He's so springy. He's in such nice form. Knights by 2. Oh, that's a tough serve by Joe. Look at this effort by Tampa. Alexander will take the ace. Timeout Tampa. Knights by a field goal. 10-7. Out of the timeout. Alexander looking to continue the run. 3 consecutive for Lynn here. With the left hand able to bat it down. That's Ron. Connor's 6th kill. He's got 4 digs. Glaudel trotting to the service line. 8 assists for Glaudel. Nice pass from Spano. They find Rossi, and she plays the change-up efficiently. Nadia with her 7th kill. Lynn, tough to cover right now. When you've got the pins, Rossi, Jackson, Radulovic, and Alini, and Neal, all playing at a high level. That's a tough assignment defensively, as Connor Ron sends another one down for her 7th kill. Knights hitting .440 for the match. 250 for Tampa. All the way across court. Rossi. Nadia calling for a touch, but it was not. Diving pickup by Brooke. Radulovic tools the block. Alexia continues to do a nice job mixing up positioning and direction. Rendic played well, Zara. Couple digs and assist. Served extremely well. There's another good one. Really good passing by Tampa here. Radulovic. This one's covered. How about that shot by Schrenger? A little dink into the middle of the front row. Rivera to serve for the tie. Radulovic attacking, and that deflects wide after it clipped the tape. We're tied at 12. Coach Maluski talking to Coach Nichols. Not going to get a timeout yet. Up the middle, Neal, a big swing. Lilia, another efficient hitter here tonight. Her 5th kill. She's up around 400. Now at 444. Tough serve by Medanchik. Gorgeous touch from the right side. I believe that was Guzman. Dondero serving. Well, Dondero, who has served extremely well, throws in an error here. Lynn side out, up 1. Radulovic. Tough serve. And the overpass, Tampa able to slam that home. And we're tied at 2 touchdowns apiece. Spano in for defense. Alini on the slide, off of the block and over the scorer's table. Molina, Alini's mom, up waving the Brazilian flag. Jackson top spin into the corner. still alive. The finish for Ron. Now the leader in kills for Tampa, 8. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Passarella's down, holding the right knee. Oh, boy. Hope is holding that right knee, which was surgically repaired last year. We'll take a brief break. And correction, that was Alini Allegario, who just came back from a calf injury. Nadia Rossi kills that with authority. Alini Allegario, I think her mom's coming over to check on her. This doesn't look great. Alini clearly in pain, coming back from a pulled calf muscle. I don't know if that thing popped on her. Let's see if Lynn can overcome that. And Tampa ties it up. Really the air coming out of this building here. It's just been that kind of year for the Fighting Knights. Trying to defend their national title. I mean, Fabia Gonzalez-Stanton out there just because she's so courageous. Really a half of the player what she could be. And great hustle. Lynn wants this. We're trying to win it for Alini now. Passarello serving. Nice save. Great hustle there by Gladell. Radulovic falling away, but everything is going for Lexi. Alexia Radulovic with her 16th kill. Knights by 2. Dump over, read by Passarello. Bump pass. Radulovic tools the block again. How about this? The sophomore from Austria. Nice serve by Passarello. That one swatted down by Ron. Leading scorer, Connor, 10th kill. Excellent passing. Spartans stay alive in this point. Lillian Neal with her 6th kill. Knights back up by 3. Rendich. Oh, what an up, and it's over. No, Neal hit net. Great effort. Medanchik all over the place. That upper right leg all wrapped up. Clara, no fear. Wipe up a slick spot here. This is big for Lynn to close this set because looks like they'll be without Alini for the rest of the night, at least. Jackson from the attack line is denied. And now Spartans to within 1. And Coach Maluski feels a little bit of deflation, and he will call the timeout now with his team up by 1. Out of the timeout, Tampa looking to tie. Radulovic kind of pulled the string there. Alexia says, my fault. We're tied at 20. Rivera. Ooh, good save by Jackson. Up the middle, Carter hammering it home. Spartans by 1 as their fans sense a turn here. Lynn crowd trying to keep their team encouraged. Lynn Olegario has that right leg wrapped in ice. Doesn't look great. Spartans by 2. Coach Maluski will take that second timeout now, with Tampa running off 5 consecutive. So Final Night's trying to maintain that fire after losing their All-American here. Lynn Olegario had worked so hard to get back from that calf injury. Up the middle, Neal. Passarello, great diving play, but another free ball for Tampa. And the kill from Schranger, and you just feel the difference. I mean, Noah Lini out there, the 6'4" Brazilian. Immediate impact, obviously. Radulovic. Nice delivery from Alexia. So that ends a 6-point Tampa run. Medanchik has led multiple runs from the service line. Lynn looking for one right here. Rejected, but kept in play by good reaction by Tampa. Jackson diving into the scorer's table. What an effort. Let's hope the Spartans players are okay. Going head first in was Schranger, followed by Rivera. Tremendous effort. Lynn with it in 1. And now Tampa will get a timeout here. Nice response by Lynn. 23-22 Tampa in the third. They go with the soft stop, diving play. Good reaction by Wilson up front. But then that smash down by Carter. And set point Tampa, their first set point of the match. Dontero serving for the set. Floats it deep. Jackson's attack. It's going to go in. Good save by Hope. Radilovic and a net violation. So one set point fought off. And Radilovic to serve. Radilovic serving for the tie. And there it is, Tampa with the set, 25-23. And we are going 4 here from the DeHornley Center. Start of the fourth set here, and it begins with an ace for the Spartans and Claudel. 17 assists, an ace and a dig. 15 assists, 2 aces, 2 digs for Dondero. 10 digs, 2 assists for Rivera. Radulovic just missing that line. Laney Wilson with authority. Nice swing by Wilson. Somebody will have to step up and try to fill that vacancy with the Olegario injury. For Wilson, that is kill number 103 on the season. Rendic. Radulovic goes with the off speed. Diving play by Claudel. Jackson gets a hand on it. And Radulovic again splits the defense. Alexia with the golden touch here today. That's kill number 20. Tied at 2. That's deep. Conneron to serve. Wilson hanging and scoring. A couple of kills for Wilson in her first action of the evening. Good work by Laney. We're tied at 3. Schranger, and she's done that a couple times. Goes that off speed through the front row into the vacated area. A high IQ player Tess is, and that's her 10th kill. Also 2 aces, 4 digs. Radulovic into the power alley again. Tied at 4. Tough serve by Alexia. Carter, nice adjustment in the air. Jackson going down the line. And this time with power. Conneron mixing up the speeds. Or excuse me, Schranger. That's number 10 for Tess. She and Rom with 10 apiece. Make that 11 for Schranger, hitting 360. Now the leading scorer for Tampa. Schranger again. And this time with that roll down the line. And it's 6-4 Tampa. You would have to say that Spartans are the favorites to win this match, even down 2-1. I mean, Lini went out. The perplexion of this match immediately changed. Making no excuses, I just think that's a fact. That gets line. And Spartans able to come back, take that third set. Not the same team without Alini. Jackson. It's going to take a lot of grit and determination. And that got a piece. Spano diving attempt to get a piece of that. 8-4 Spartans. Dump over attempt. Neal. Good D by Tontero. That one overstruck. 5-8 with Rossi returning. Ooh, that is authoritative. Schwenger coming with power. We've seen the finesse stuff. Rossi down the line, directs that for a kill. 9 kills for Rossi. Through the block. The attack from Ron. Connor's 11th kill. Double-double for Ron. 11 digs, 11 kills. Matt Carter, heavy serve. Rossi, big swing. Battle of the net, won by the 6-footer Ron. Timeout, Lynn, trailing 11-6. Lini Olegario being attended to over there, just icing that, what appears to be the right knee, and she's got a lot of support here on senior day. Her mom, Melina, over there. Her friends, Isabella, Anna, Mariano, all lending support in what looks like, well, you don't want to speculate, but it doesn't look good for Alini. That right leg taped up. Brooke Jackson now looks like she needs to be retaped. Might have a little blood. Let's see. Working on Brooke. It's been that kind. Every team goes through injuries and injured players. Next one up is the message. It's been a tough year for Coach Maluski and his staff. Radulovic injured at the beginning of the year. They lose Alini for some time with the calf. Fabia Gonzalez-Stanton. All NCAA Division II all-tournament team, all-conference team, all-region team. Gonzalez-Stanton was out for some time, and she's back contributing, but maybe 50% of what she can be. And they lose Ula Goryev, the All-American setter. That one blocked by Perez. Ula expected back. We don't know when exactly. And then Alini works her way all the way back and to what looked like, top form again for Alini. And Lynn looked like a powerhouse again this weekend, and then they lose Alini again. Quite a bit to overcome. This Tampa team, so solid. Here comes Rossi. That attack is good for the kill. Tampa team with this type of balance and stability, defense. This is a team that certainly you would think would be the favorite to win the national championship. On path to host the South region certainly will help. Playing at home. And if complete comeback tonight for this victory, they'll seal the regular season crown already with a few matches remaining, a couple matches remaining. Wilson, strong swing. So Laney's been impressive coming off the bench. 3 kills in 3 attempts. And with the prospect of Alini being out, Wilson's going to have to step up. She's certainly capable. Very good athlete. Adanchik, excellent save. And Wilson dunks it down for her 4th kill. You get credit to Laney, really. It's not easy coming in off the bench and performing after sitting through the first 2 2/3 sets. And an illegal hit, so nice little run here for the Knights. 3 consecutive points on the scoreboard for Lynn. Tampa crowd upset with that call, I believe. Radulovic, big swing. Great dig from Schrenger. And then that got antenna. Now Coach Imperial is going to get a timeout. So 4 consecutive points for this determined group of Fighting Knights. Closes the gap. Tampa up 3. Rendich serves a missile. Radalovic denied. Great save by Passarella, and whipping it down is Jackson. As teammates go and give a big hug over to Rendich, who also came up with a big play. Five-point Lynn run. That snaps right there. So Tampa +8 from the service line. 4 more aces, 4 less errors. Pump pass sets up that kill right on the sideline from Schrenger. Tess hitting over 400, 14 kills. Big time block up the middle by Davis. Second one of the match to accompany 8 kills. Jenna hitting .462 as well. And just like that, Tampa back up by 5. Timeout, Lynn. Radalovic off of the block. Best match of her career here at Lynn. Hitting over 400. 22 kills now. Really nice passing. And Schrenger in rhythm with number 15. Schrenger again. Fabia, nice dig. Back set. Radalovic down the line. Rivera's there. Back row attack is spun into and off of the head of Gonzalez Stanton. Tampa by 6. Oh, what an effort by Sparty. But Lillian Neal able to convert on her 7th kill. Clip the tape. Wow. Gorgeous set by Claudel. That's her 22nd assist, and Matt Carter terminates. Matt Carter having a day too. That's her 8th kill, hitting .467, 3 blocks. Was that touched? It was not. And it's a touchdown lead for Tampa, 21-14. Back set, look at Rivera, one-handed. Jackson tools the block. Oh, excellent defense, Dondero. Was that touched? Tampa thought it was. And we're going to challenge that, says Coach Imperial. That'll bring us to a break here, 21-16 Tampa, depending on this ruling. So the call will stand. I don't know what's taking so long. Coach Imperial asking the Lynn coaching staff if they saw it, but there's nothing on the replay. It shouldn't take this long. Once they do the replay, the decision's made. You can talk all you want, but that ruling's come down. 16-21. But maybe the extra talking has an impact on the server. Ace from Schranger. Her second of the day to go along 15 kills, 6 digs. Timing just off there for Carter. Lynn hopeful for a late 4-set run here with Medanchik serving. Lainey Wilson checks in. Rossi, powerful swing. Nadia swinging well. That's her 11th kill, hitting over 300. And what's the call here? Out of system on Lynn. Side out, Tampa. They get a point. Set point, Spartans. Out of rotation, I think, and that gave the Spartans a point. Rossi fights off one set point. So the Spartans go on a 5 for 2 consecutive nights. And we will be back in a moment. So we're going 5. Lynn hitting .326 for the match. Tampa hitting .285. Well, they've got a +11 from the service line. And the Spartans now sensing that they can keep their unbeaten streak alive. Trying to become 25-0. 1-5 last night in Miami. Trying to repeat it here tonight in Boca. Connor Ron serving up 1. Radalovic dug up by Rivera. Cross court. Back row attack. I don't think that made it over. Wilson was there for the block. I don't know if they're going to credit Laney for the block or it hit tape and bounced back. We're tied at 1. Zara Rundic serving. And that block back, Carter along with Schranger. Solid close there defensively. 2-1 Tampa. Oh boy. Let cord ace. 3-1 Tampa. Well, when you're unbeaten, you're a great team, but also you get some luck on your side. That's what it takes. Two-three, Medanchik. Rising, but overhitting that one. A rare miss from Schranger. A little bit of life here. We're tied at 3 for Lynn. Malini watching from the training table, trying to encourage her team. Ooh, up the middle. Taking a hit was Passarello. That ball had to sting. I think that was Guzman again. Tondero serving. Jackson attacking. Off a beam and over for Tampa. Three players down on the floor trying to keep it in play. Great effort by Tampa, and one player has not gotten up. I don't know if I get a number for you, but it might have hit her head trying to make the save. We're tied at 4 in the 5th. That's Schranger. Appears that Tess is okay. Good to see. What a match she's had. Shaken up, though. Indicates to the bench she's okay. Arlovich up the middle, off the head of Medanchik. And it turns into a Lynn point, and Clara gets up and says, all good. Wow. We'll keep that ball in the air any way you can. Lynn with the first lead here since the third set. Perez from the middle. First kill for Natalie in a while. That's her sixth. Tied at 5. Big swing, defended. Overpass. And Connor Ron connects. 15th kill. Double-double for Ron, 15 kills, 12 digs. Also 3 assists. Neal inside outs that ball into the corner. Impressive by Lilia. Her 9th kill, hitting over 400. And we've got a challenge here. We'll take a quick timeout during this challenge from the DeHornley Center. So the point holds 6-all in the 5th. Jackson. Diving pickup, Rivera. Cross-court pass. Perez trying to find the back. Jackson lays out. Keep that ball alive. Rossi. And this time it's Rivera head first. That ball swatted down off of the head of Spano, who pops right up. Tampa by 1 with Anna Rivera serving. Bump pass across, sets up Rossi, and that over the Tampa bench. Nice strike by Nadia. Dozen kills for Rossi. Tied at 7. Alexander. Elevating and scoring is Ron. Ron now the leading scorer for Tampa with 17 kills. Schranger has 15. Teams will change sides at that 8-point mark with Tampa leading by 1. Lynn Oligario is going to use her crutches to come over to Lynn's side. It's the kind of teammate she is. And Rossi rolls it down the line for a point. How about this grit by this Lynn team? We're tied at 8 in the 5th. Passarello to serve. Elevating and scoring again is Ron. Number 18 for Connor. A sophomore from Orange Park, Florida. That'll be Ron to serve. Tampa up 1. Radulovic rejected. Schranger. Timeout, Coach Maluski with his team down 2. Lynn hitting .327 for the match. Tampa at .292. Big difference in serve with the Spartans a +11. 10-4 ace advantage, 5-10 error advantage. Spartans also leading in blocks 8-4. (10-8) Tampa as Lynn breaks their huddle. Samantha Wolf on the bench tonight, encouraging her teammates. Last year's MOP of the NCAA tournament. Most outstanding player. Helping Lynn to the first ever national championship. Connor Ron serving. Wilson. Nice read by Rivera. Oh, and that one up in the stands. Struck well by Schranger. Her 16th. Tampa by 3. Playing it softly again. I think that's the third time Tash Schranger has been able to guide that kind of dink off-speed shot into the front row for a kill. And she's so adept at mixing up speeds. And Tampa up 4 here in the 5th. Coach Maluski will take that second timeout. We'll step away briefly. 12-8 Tampa with the serve. And an ace out of a timeout. Coaching staffs hate to see that. Well placed by Connor Ron, doing it all. Filling the stat column for Coach Imperial. Well, Rossi slamming that somehow. That dug over. And Radulovic, and that's good. Looked like that might sail long and kind of knuckled into the corner for Radulovic. A game high, 23 kills. Rendic serving 9-13 in the fifth. Schranger so creative. Different speeds, different placement areas. Really high IQ player, hitting .342, 17 kills, 7 digs, 3 aces, 2 blocks. Laney Purdue will serve it out for Tampa. The match point. Wilson, not so fast. Laney Wilson, efficient off of the bench tonight with her 5th kill, hitting over 400. One match point saved. And it is Schranger, and Tampa remains unbeaten, improving to 25-0, 17-0 in conference, 10-0 on the road, the number 1 ranked team in the nation. Turns it around late in the third after Lynn won the first 2. A major blow to the Fighting Knights tonight, but also hopes for the remainder of the season with the Lini Olegario going out late in that third. And Lini, that right leg all wrapped up on crutches. It doesn't look promising, but we have hopes for Lini and for a quick recovery. But in any case, Fighting Knights dropped to 19-9, 9-9 in conference, and 9-4 here at home. And some more support coming over to visit Olini. Multiple fans. Some hugs and all around support. And it looks like we've got some Spartan players coming over as well. This is first class. First class by Coach Imperial and his team. And look at this, the Spartan players lining up to give support to Olegario, the All-American. And just tremendous. Sunshine State Conference has a lot to be proud of, not just the way they produce in the classroom and on the field, but the sportsmanship throughout this conference and exemplary show of sportsmanship on the line here between these two schools. And they've had some wonderful battles over the past few years, and another one here tonight, and have this type of support for an injured player who's so highly respected, getting hugs from all the Spartan players, just absolute first class. And what it's all about when it comes down to it here in sport and in life. I'm going to give Coach Maluski a second. I don't know if he wants to come up or not. I'll let him get into the locker room. It's been a long day here at Land with basketball and volleyball. A nice senior day ceremony here. Deflated a bit with the Olegario injury, but certainly that act of sportsmanship brings everybody up, lifts everybody up. And we'll call it a night. Great work by the Lynn Sports Network crew all day long here inside the Hornley Center. And congrats to the Tampa Spartans for their unbeaten streak, remaining intact on a nice comeback here tonight, winning in 5. For the Lynn Sports Network, I'm